People marked on the state profile that I was selling a Somali. Is that even humanly possible? But to find out you're the richest man in America, right? And they're trying to depict you as a drug dealer, which the only thing I ever did was I shared pot with a girl named Becky, and that's it. And that was in Queenstown, Maryland. But that's as far as it goes. But to try and mark on the state profile that I was a Molly dealer, and to try and say that the richest man in America was a drug dealer, but to try and turn it into that in a snowball cycle that you create over half a gram, when you tried to turn weed into everything else, and I said no. And all I am is a medical marijuana patient. I don't really want to argue about it. I would just throw in the towel on that if it came down to it, because I really don't want to argue the defense of pop. But I'm just telling you that this is ridiculous. This is the most insane thing I've ever heard in my entire life. That you try to lure me into a time and place to make me into a drug dealer or a kingpin through people, and I will give names because I'm telling the whole truth, so help me God. Philip Trudeau, got in my car without me knowing with those things. And you want to use your agent and your drugs to try and make me into a kingpin so you can commandeer the largest fortune in America. And I'm furious. I'm absolutely mad. Meanwhile, depict me as unhealthy and as a thing, as the direct result of the brain damage you gave me, and then to turn around and try and further defile my body again as the richest man in America. And with a higher education, I don't know how much more you really expected pulling a wild card, but I don't think it really turned out all that bad. And I've been to the courthouse. This is ridiculous and out of control. I do nothing illegal at all. And I find out that more than 3/4 of the times I ever been in trouble is a direct result of things that they did outside of my control. I'm mad, and I've called more than 100 lawyers and can't even get a phone call back. I'm frustrated, and I'm angry, and I am asking somebody out there, please, if they could help me out, because this is ridiculous. This is the most insane thing I've ever heard in my entire life. And if you want to get into the technical details of like the legalities and stuff like that, there is a lot under the surface, but I don't want to get into it on this video because I'm about to run out of time. But still, somebody out there has to have some sense left. You can't defile the brain and the body of the richest man in America in the name of a cycle you're trying to create. I don't break the law. I never did. There's nothing that could ever suggest I did. It's ridiculous. It's the way that they did it. It's just so below the belt and dirty. From the start all the way to the finish. Like the first time I was, never mind. Just look at the details and you'll see that I'm right. Somebody help me out.